What's up, everybody? My name is Baby Smooth. Today we're going to be talking about how to unlock literally anything you want in MegaBonk. We're going to start it off with one of the hardest unlocks for a lot of people, the Corrupted Sword. So to get the Corrupted Sword, you have to get your Cursed Tome to level 20 in under 10 minutes. Now, if you're confused about how to unlock things, you can either scroll over it in the Weapons tab, Tomes tab, Items tab, or you can go to Quests and look at it there. Now, I have the same recommendation for how to unlock literally anything. I'm just doing the Cursed Tome because I believe it's the hardest for a lot of people to wrap their heads around. Before we do anything, we're going to the shop and we're turning off weapon slots and tome slots, and I will explain why. If you have 4 weapon slots and 4 tome slots, you get way more options on level up. If you only have 2 weapons and 2 tomes, then by the time you have all of your stuff together, you're going to have a 1 in 4 chance of being able to level up your Cursed Tome. That's incredible for a challenge like this, and it's pretty necessary in my opinion. Now, basically for all of these early game challenges and all that, I really recommend taking the Quantity Tome. I can't glaze that item enough for making you stronger in the early game. As far as weapons, I'm going to end up choosing the Bouncing Dagger as my secondary. I think it's just a really good, solid secondary weapon, and I've been told that it can bounce on the same target. If that's the case, its damage output is unparalleled in my opinion. As for items, it really doesn't matter what you do. I'm just going to turn off a bunch of stuff that I don't think will help me too much. The early game Bob is absolutely disgusting, especially because we're going to be doing this on the desert map. Feel free to use whatever items you want though, honestly. The most important thing we're doing, we're going into challenges, we're going to desert, and we're going tier 1 hyper. The reason we're doing hyper is because you get 2 times the XP, 2 times the gold gain, and 4 times the enemies. The XP speaks for itself. We need to level up a lot in a quick time in order to get the Chaos Tome leveled up, and the gold actually will allow us to use chests and merchants more. These items will help you in the challenge. The reason we're Monke is because he has just the best mobility in the game. You could make an argument for Tony Zoom or Mr. Skeleton if you feel like it, but I think Monke is just going to be the best for every single unlock. Also, his Bananarang is one of the pound for pound best weapons in a early game run because it can also multi-hit your enemies. You do start the game off just running at shrines, running at Maui heads, just doing whatever you can, opening pots, opening tumbleweeds. You're not really going to focus on murdering too much just yet. You're going to murder passively, little passive schmurder for you. You're not going to just sit there and focus enemies. You're just going to jump all over the map trying to get as powerful as you can in the early game. And you should do this basically every time you play the game. As far as items and stuff go, the main items that you're going to want are the Unstable Transfusion or the Moldy Cheese. These will just help you kill bosses a lot faster. I think they're some of the best items you can get in these very weak early run challenge stuff. I think they will absolutely increase your damage output. Now when the boss spawns, I could either sit and kill it, or I could just jump around. Knowing I only have 1 weapon here, I just decide to jump around and get a bit more powerful. If you're not as used to the game as I am, you might have to just focus the boss, especially if it's Scorpussy, because she's really annoying and she can take you out. Don't be ashamed if you die to her. I had, 10 hours of my life just dying to Scorpussy. Now, I realize you're not going to have all these refreshes or skips or banishes. You want to make use of whatever refresh, skip, or banish you have just to try to get both of the tomes that you'll need for this challenge or for whatever you're doing. So we want the quantity and we want the Cursed Tome. If you have to make a consolidation, you can just choose maybe the Lightning Staff or something. The Fire Staff will also be okay. But I really need to make sure that I get the Quantity Tome and the Cursed Tome. The Cursed Tome because it is the whole point of what we're doing right now. And the Quantity Tome because it's so important to be strong. Now you might be stressing that there's only 3 minutes and 50 seconds left and my Cursed Tome is only level 4. But you really shouldn't be stressing. I found a microwave, so I decided to just increase my damage output via blood transfusion. I know that I'm spawning a couple of bosses, so I'll definitely want all the help I can get when it comes to killing them. I'm not going to claim to know how much boss XP gives, but I have to imagine that summoning more of them is a good idea if you're worried about meeting the threshold. The only problem with that is Anubis is a hard boss, and you'll need to be pretty strong to take them out, especially if there's 3 or 4 of them. I would hate to see you guys throw your runs by summoning too many of them, so maybe just avoid the boss shrines in general. One thing I want to note is I'm never touching the difficulty shrines in these runs. You do not need that much more difficulty here. It's already ×4 enemy scaling, and I'm already leveling a curse tome. For me to touch all these shrines would just int my run, and I wouldn't do that in any of these unlock runs or challenge runs where you're just trying to level up your tome or not get hit or do whatever. I would avoid the curse shrines in these. Save those for your leaderboard attempts. With 2 minutes on the clock, we've done a great job of jumping around to shrines, picking up items. We don't really have any disgustingly overpowered items. We don't even have a cheese. I actually had to reset this challenge a few times because I just got disgusting items. One such item is Bob. You can just jump around the whole map and kill everything with Bob if you're Monkey on the desert. It's kind of gross. So I can't decide if I want to run towards the Anubis spawn or just take these guys out. I think I see that, you know, I'm taking them out pretty quick, so I just go for the kill. Maybe we'll get a powerful item. On my 3 runs doing this, I got overpowered legendaries 2 times, and I just had to reset because of it. Thankfully, we don't get anything good here. For the sake of the video, I can continue on. Here comes the tough part. We got Lil Nubis, and we got 3 of them. He's got brothers. So the thing about Lil Nubis is you really definitely want to have at least a double jump at this point in your life. If you get red lasered, consider getting the hell out of there. He's got basically 3 attacks, more or less, and one of them is that blue laser beam, one of them is creating shit on the ground, and one of them is the red laser beam. Now the red laser beam, I believe, works by targeting you if you're too close to him when it's there. You see, when you're further away, it's really not that bad. That's why you don't really want to whip out something like Aura here against Lil Nubis. Anytime you're super close to him, you're going to have a bad time. They start going down, and I feel a sigh of relief because I was wondering if I was going to skill issue, but we're looking okay. Now's the fun part. You get to choose all your Curse Tome levels. Assuming you have started the boss before you're running out of time when you kill it, you should absolutely get all this XP inside you before it's too late. I already had the unlock. I guarantee I would have gotten the credit, though, for it because we started the boss in a timely manner about 150 seconds into the run, and we take him out. We get all this XP. We just spam level up the tome that we want, and then we call it a day. We actually end up getting our Curse Tome to level 29 here. You can see you don't need the XP Tome for runs like this, and that's about it, really. In my opinion, this is the best method to unlock anything in the game. If you guys have a better idea or a better method, feel free to share it. But that's been the video for today. I'll see you guys next time, and let me know what you'd like to see. I hope this helps a lot of you. Consider liking, consider subscribing for more content I'm uploading every single day, helping players get better at this game. Because this game's tough. Goodbye, everybody. Thanks for watching.